for joining me today. In today's lesson, we're going to look at important English proverbs that you can use every day. They're really common and you should know what they mean. Would you like today's notes? I have 3 pages of notes today, and at the end I have a list of discussion questions. If you'd like today's notes, become a member. Just go to GRAVOTION.com and you'll find these notes in one of the PDF libraries. Then you can review all of these proverbs. What is a proverb? A proverb is a short, well-known saying. A saying is an expression that gives advice or expresses a general truth. It's kind of like a life lesson. Look at this man here. He says, "Experience is the best teacher." That is a proverb. It's a piece of advice. It's true, right? We can have teachers, but experience is the best teacher. So when you think about proverbs, I want you to think about a philosopher or someone wise. Number 1, actions speak louder than words. That's a proverb. Definition: what you do is more honest and real than what you say. We have 2 people here. The man on the left, he's just talking. I help everyone. I care about people. Everyone knows I'm helpful. Those are words. But look at the man on the right. He's actually helping someone. So this proverb, actions speak louder than words, means your actions, what you do, that's more important. Person A. Mindy keeps saying she wants to spend more time with me, but she never messages me. Actions speak louder than words. She probably doesn't want to, right? Mindy says this a lot, but she's not messaging me. She really doesn't want to arrange anything. Her actions are more honest. Next one. My parents don't say things like, "I love you," but actions speak louder than words. They are always there for me. I know they love me. They don't need to say it. Look, I've underlined there for me. Definition: to be there for someone means you support and help someone. I know you are always there for me. Where? There. You're always there for me. I know I can always call you. You will always support me. Okay, good. Number 2. Beggars. Beggars can't be choosers. A beggar. What's a beggar? A beggar is a poor person who asks, begs for money. Beg, the verb is this: please, 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 or please, 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 please. That is begging. So a person who does that, a person with no money, they are called a beggar. However, look at that line there under beggar. Nowadays, the term homeless person is more common. People don't say beggar very often, but we do in this proverb. What does beggars can't be choosers mean? Definition: you have to accept that you don't have many options. You can't choose what you want. Sorry, beggars can't be choosers. Look at this lady here at the bottom. Work experience, 0. She has no work experience, but she's demanding a lot, isn't she? I want to be the manager. I want that salary. I want a big office. I want Fridays off. You don't have any work experience. Sorry, you can't choose what you want. Beggars can't be choosers. Let's look at a few more examples. I can't afford a car, so I take the bus every day to work. I don't like it, but beggars can't be choosers. I don't have a choice. Can't afford means I don't have the money. I can't afford a car. Next example. A. I'm starving. Do you want a banana? I hate bananas. But beggars can't be choosers. Sure. So when we say this proverb, it's not about being poor. It just means you don't have a lot of options, so you can't be picky. Next one, this is a fun one. This is kind of a cute one, in my opinion. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Hatch is a verb. Hatch means an animal comes out of an egg. Chickens hatch. Turtles hatch. Definition: don't get excited or think something will be successful before it actually happens. Here we have this farmer lady. She's counting the eggs. Ooh, 6 eggs means I'll have 6 chickens. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. You don't know if you'll get 6 chickens. First example, I know you're confident about the job, but don't count your chickens before they hatch. The company is still interviewing other people. Don't get too excited. Next example, David is already making plans to buy a house with his inheritance, but nothing is final yet. He shouldn't count his chickens before they hatch. Inheritance. Look at the bottom there. Inheritance. This is a noun. This is the money someone gets after a family member dies. Actually, it doesn't have to be a family member. If someone dies and they leave you money, they leave you a property, that is your inheritance. Don't judge a book by its cover. And you can see there are a few variations of this proverb. You can't judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover. They're all the same thing. What's a cover? A book cover is the outside of a book. You have the front cover and then the back cover. So don't judge a book by its cover. This means you cannot form an opinion about something based on how it looks. This little boy here, cool cover. This story is going to be amazing. But we don't know that. Don't judge a book by its cover. Tom looks really serious, but he's the funniest person I know. You can't judge a book by its cover. The restaurant Paulette recommended looked grungy, so I didn't think it would be very good. But the food was incredible. My mistake. Don't judge a book by its cover. Grungy. Grungy. This is an informal adjective for people or places. It means dirty and a negative atmosphere. So you wouldn't say, oh, my shirt's a bit grungy. Grungy has kind of a negative, dark feeling to it. Look at the picture. It's a parking garage. Ooh, looks a bit grungy. It's dirty, a bit dark. I really wouldn't want to go there alone. The restaurant looked grungy, but the food was incredible. You can't judge a book by its cover. Good things come to those who wait. This means good things happen if you are patient. The woman on the left, I want everything now. I will wait and keep going. You need to have patience. Good things come to those who wait. She waited a long time for the right job and she finally got it. Good things come to those who wait. She was patient. Stop being so impatient. Remember, good things come to those who wait. Let's look at a mini conversation. A. You're only 21. Of course you can't afford to buy a house. You know what I always say. Yeah, good things come to those who wait. Imagine a parent saying this. That's what I imagine. My parents saying it to me saying it to my kids. Good things come to those who wait. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beholder is an old-fashioned noun in literature. Nowadays, we don't say beholder. This is a person who looks at something. The person looking is the beholder. What does this proverb mean? Definition. Beauty is subjective. It's an opinion, not a fact. Here we see two men looking at a painting. The man on the left is saying, wow, stunning. Stunning is an adjective which means very beautiful. He's saying, wow, stunning. The man on the right is looking at this painting and saying, ugh, my 2-year-old could do this. In English, when we say my 2-year-old, my 15-year-old, my 3-year-old, we are talking about our kids. So here he's saying, my 2-year-old could do this. So this could be his 2-year-old daughter or son. Same painting, two opinions. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. A. I can't believe Naomi painted her house blue and her door orange. It looks terrible. Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Naomi likes it. She thinks it's nice. Next example. Do you think Frank's new girlfriend is pretty? Not really, but he thinks so. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. So we usually say the grass is always greener. On the other side of the fence is optional. Definition, people often think someone else's situation is better. There's a little bit of jealousy here. You look at someone else's life and you think, their life is better. Their life is easier. They're happier. But the grass is always greener. Someone else's situation always looks better than your own, but you don't know that. Here we have a woman. She is literally looking at her neighbor's grass, and she's thinking, Sheila's grass is greener than mine. Her house is better. Her car is better. Her life seems perfect. But we don't know that. It just appears that way. And we can see grass is that green stuff that grows everywhere. And a fence is, in the picture. A fence is a fence. Adam thinks his life would be better if he lived in New York. But the grass is always greener on the other side. He'd have the same problems there. Look at Adam. He's dreaming. Oh, my life in New York. People in New York have a better life. The grass is always greener. I wish I were my own boss. I could make all the decisions and do what I want. It sounds good in theory, but remember, the grass is always greener. Running your own business is hard. It looks nice. It looks like it's the ideal situation, but it may not be. Last one. This is our last proverb. Strike while the iron is hot. Strike means hit. You hit something. It's an irregular verb. Strike, struck, struck. Definition: take advantage of a good opportunity before it is gone. It's like a blacksmith who has to literally strike while the iron is hot. And here we see a picture of a blacksmith. It's a person who works with metal. They literally have to hit the iron while it's hot. Otherwise, they can't work with it. The house we like was reduced by $10,000. We need to strike while the iron is hot and buy it before someone else does. I mean, what an incredible deal. We don't want to miss this opportunity. Next example. Last quarter, our company doubled its profits. The bosses are in a good mood. I gotta strike while the iron is hot and ask for a raise. Gotta. And just to clarify, gotta is just in spoken English or maybe an informal message when you're messaging someone. It's not a written contraction, so don't put it in an email or something formal. Gotta means have got to, which means need to. And ask for a raise. A raise is a higher salary. We all want a raise. Next example. They offered you a job. Strike while the iron is hot and accept it before they change their mind. Sign that contract.